It's been so long that I can't quite recall how, when, or where I first met Leah. My memory fails me, clouded by the passage of time. But if I strain my mind, I believe it was in a bustling old city near the banks of the Rhine in Germany. She hailed from an ancient lineage, she told me, yet she never disclosed her family name to me. Why this secretiveness? I can't quite remember. What I do remember vividly is Leah herself. She was tall and slender, though in her final days she became frail and emaciated. There was something indescribably captivating about her, perhaps her graceful, almost aristocratic movements, or the softness of her footsteps that barely made a sound. Whenever she entered my office, I would only realize her presence when I heard her melodious voice or felt her delicate hand on my shoulder. Her beauty was unconventional, not the classical kind. There was an enigmatic quality to her face, a unique allure that intrigued me endlessly. I often pondered over the reasons behind it. Was it her porcelain-like skin? Her luscious black locks? Her features were exquisite, the long, slender nose, the plush, rosy lips, the mesmerizing eyes. Ah, her eyes, larger than life, reminiscent of a deer's gaze, especially when she was impassioned. They were pools of darkness, framed by thick black lashes and arched by dark eyebrows. But within their depths, there lurked a mysterious expression, one that kept me awake at night. Pondering Leah possessed an unwavering determination that manifested in every aspect of her being. She exuded a quiet strength, a formidable energy that sometimes unnerved me. Her intellect was formidable. She was a master of languages, a scholar of sciences and mathematics. In our early days together, she often assisted me with my studies, and we collaborated closely. But when illness befell her, she withdrew gradually, and I found myself adrift without her guidance. As her health declined, I witnessed her valiant struggle against the looming specter of death. She fought with every fiber of her being, her love for me serving as her anchor to this world. In her final moments, she professed her unwavering devotion to me, a love so profound it pierced my soul. Her passing left a old in my life that I struggled to fill, unable to bear the memories that haunted every corner of the city near the Rhine. I embarked on a journey, seeking solace in distant lands. Eventually, I acquired an ancient abbey in Thermote countryside of England, a somber, desolate place that mirrored the depths of my despair. I sought refuge within its walls, adorning the cold, stone chambers with vibrant colors in a feeble attempt to brighten my spirits. Yet, the darkness persisted, creeping into every corner of my existence. I descended into a haze of alcohol, drowning my sorrows in a futile attempt to escape the agony of loss. It was amidst this melancholic haze that I encountered Lady Rowena Trevanion of Trine, a stark contrast to my beloved Leah. With her golden locks and sapphire eyes, she was the antithesis of everything Leah had been to me. Yet, how could ever forget the woman who had captured my heart so completely? I led Lady Rowena to the uppermost chamber of the abbey, a grandiose room adorned with opulent furnishings and tapestries that swayed with every gust of wind. But even amidst the grandeur, I found no solace, haunted as I was by memories of my beloved Leah, interred in her tomb. Rowena's presence in the abbey was fleeting, her health deteriorating rapidly with each passing day. She spoke of hearing strange noises and witnessing eerie movements within the confines of our tower, a notion I dismissed as fever-induced delirium. However, her condition worsened inexplicably. her frail form tormented by unseen forces that only she could perceive. In her final hours, she lay bedridden, consumed by fear and uncertainty, while I stood helpless at her side, grappling with the sinister forces that seemed to envelop us. Then, in the dead of night, Rowena drew her last breath, leaving me alone with her lifeless form in the dimly lit chamber. Yet, as I sat vigil by her side, a strange phenomenon unfolded before my eyes. Rowena stirred, her cheeks flushed with the faintest tinge of color, her once still heart faintly pulsating. In a state of disbelief, I watched as she rose from her deathbed, her movements guided by an otherworldly force. She traversed the room with an ethereal grace, her presence casting an eerie glow in the darkness. And as she turned to face me, I beheld a sight that defied reason, a visage that bore an uncanny resemblance to my beloved Leia. In that moment, as I stood transfixed by the spectral apparition before me, I realized the truth that had eluded me for so long. Leia, my beautiful Leia, had returned to me from beyond the veil of death, and as I gazed into her obsidian eyes, I knew that our love, transcending the boundaries of life and death, would endure for eternity. Do each activity for 40 minutes every day. You can read and listen to our basic English stories. The voice-over in this video is given in English for 40 minutes. Again, listen.